I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling.
We have no gloom on our head. What a beautiful day. It is a terrific Thursday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning and guest is Autumn Scott Hall from Celebrity Home Loans. Good morning, Autumn.
Good morning.
So glad to have you with us this morning.
Yeah,
what a beautiful Thursday morning. I tried. Brought that sunshine with you. I tried. You did this.
Although tomorrow's supposed to be cold, and I'm not thrilled about that.
Well, that's another day. You did this today. This is yours. Okay.
I tried.
All right. We have some special guests also you brought in, and you want to introduce them?
I did. Okay. So I have Rachel Branham in with me. She's our loan officer assistant in the office. And then we have Camissa Houchin. She is our new loan officer.
Awesome.
So expanding and growing.
Good
morning.
The new kid on the block.
Yep. Yeah, and actually I didn't realize how old I was until I hired Camissa.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't say that because then she could maybe get me for discrimination. So
okay, I'm gonna be you guys, this is kind of whatever, but you know how like whenever you have an old dog, you bring a new pup in.
Yeah.
Everybody has to really do their best. You know what I mean? You have to really show you and wag your tail a lot there. Okay. You got that out wagging this week.
I've been wagging.
You've been wagging.
Yeah, this old dog needs to lay down.
You've been wagging, so you're lagging.
Give me a bone.
Yeah, no lagging. You got a wagging.
Anyway, so
sorry.
We are with Celebrity Home Loans LLC NMLS 227765. Like I snuck that in there.
I love that.
NMLSconsumeraccess.org. We are an equal housing lender, so we are expanding and we are growing and we are excited.
And we are legal now.
And we are legal now. We can now talk business.
Yes, now we can talk shop.
Sometimes I forget if I'm not going to talk business.
We've had to backpedal.
I'm like, wait, pause. Just forget everything you just heard.
That's right. Like in Star Wars. Ignore
Men in Black, they have that little thing.
There you go.
Forget. I knew that.
Look into that. All right, let's see what we got, girls, because we are all thinking spring, although Mother Nature is going to tell us a different. Let's see, today is, moving around here, the 10th day of March, marching right along here, Festival of Life in the Cracks Day. And it's got a little plant where it's showing coming up from the cracks.
I love that. That's like resilience there.
There you go.
I will just grow where you're planted.
Now, see, I tell my girls that all the time.
You
know what I mean? You're here, grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, grow and go. Let's see here. Also, International Bagpipe Day.
Do you remember that episode of Friends where Ross was playing the bagpipes? You can't see me laughing.
I love that. No, that's yes.
I'm the only one who loved it was Phoebe.
Yeah, that's because she just played the guitar with him.
Absolutely, you gotta love that. And then, of course, there's always that question about the bagpipe and their skirts. Underwear, no underwear. Or
Underwear, no underwear.
Yeah. Right? I mean, I have every setting that I've been in that they've talked about. The kilts. They've always that subject has always come up. Thank goodness the kilt didn't come up.
Yeah. Something with that hot bag of air. I don't know.
Ooh, it's windy today.
Maybe it is hot air, and that's why they have to go all fresco.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's right.
Out there. That's right. Well, we're going to just stop. Okay. International Day of Awareness. I love that.
I just tell my kids today, always be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah. That's
Eat
good
that
advice.
phone in the face as you're walking.
Oh, I know.
Just be aware.
Exactly. We'll see. Landline Telephone Day.
I miss him.
Hey, do you know what a landline is?
A home phone?
Yeah.
Look, she's like, home phone? Yeah. Oh, she's good. She's good. She Googled it real quick.
We haven't had a landline in a while, but I said if we get a landline again, I actually want to go get a rotary phone just for fun.
Just for fun. Yeah.
There
you go.
We can call each other on our rotary phones.
Hey, we have landlines at the office. Becky has a landline here. She didn't want to answer it yesterday, though. So.
Well, I thought it was going to be naughty. I thought somebody was going to tell me what they like to wash in the shower. I'm
backtracking yesterday, but I love that when you just don't wash anything, it just means you're spontaneous, and that's me. I was like, oh yeah, that's me. That's me. I don't wash the same thing every time.
Yeah.
I just like to shake it up.
We talked about, we did this survey of what most Americans, when they get in the shower, what they wash first.
Yeah.
Number one was their face. But then I was afraid. Then the phone started ringing.
Becky's like, I'm not answering it. So then,
I just knew somebody was calling to tell me something. Something I did not want to hear. I did not want
answer
to.
the phone. That's
Yeah.
Kayla.
Yeah, if my phone was blowing up, I didn't. But see, I was in the moment, and then I wasn't paying attention to my phone. It was blowing up too, and then Brad caught it. Yeah, so.
Well, that was
It's usually
yesterday.
hair, but
That means you're self-centered and conceited.
really,
But see, now I do. But
I'm
now,
just in a hurry because
no,
usually
we're not
it never
going to do
fails.
that.
I have
Rachel,
a 3-year-old
we love
pounding
her.
on
We're
the
not.
door.
I do, Rachel. Rachel is the most
Selfless.
Yes, she is the
She's a
least
doll.
self-centered person in the
Yeah,
world.
I'm a Rachel fan over here.
She's
Yeah.
fabulous.
Well, and I have that tendency too because we start with our hair because a lot of times we put conditioner on, let it kind of sit while we're washing.
I'm
I
kinda
do like a
with Brad.
3-minute miracle. I have very frizzy hair sometimes, so I do like a deep conditioning, let it sit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hurry because, like I said, I got a 3-year-old.
She's got 3-year-old.
Banging
coming
on the
pounding
door.
on my door.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely coming in hot.
Yes. I'm with Brad though. I feel like I just do it from the top to bottom. I don't actually scrub. I mean, it got soap. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just enjoy the hot water being scalding hot and just stand there.
Oh
Same.
man,
I'll get out with like hives. I'm so hot.
I know.
I think that's
Okay.
a man versus woman thing though.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Because Justin's like, it's so hot in here, and you look like you've been burnt. And then like,
Yeah.
in the showers, I'm like, how are you even clean? This is so cold.
Yeah.
Or they're out of hot water because we took it off.
That could be.
Oh, now that happens. That happens a lot. Yeah. But I'm with you. Those hot showers,
I'm trying to get into doing cold showers here and there because I've heard that can be really
it's better for your skin, I
it's
think.
beneficial to you,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
But is it near as fun? No.
My
You gotta have those little things.
Maximus literally will sit in the bathtub, like he's sitting, and just letting the hot water go over him. I'm like, dude, we have a sauna. Like, quit wasting my water and
I
go
love that.
downstairs. He's like, I'm
This is
just
good.
chilling.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Well, he's
No, get up and wash
he's
your
taking a day spa. He's making a spa out of your
body.
bathroom.
No.
Mario Day.
Like the Nintendo Mario?
Yep.
I'll have to let my kid know. He loves Mario.
Mario Day. Name tag day.
I do own a name tag.
I don't.
Well,
Do you?
I do. I don't.
Oh.
I just don't ever
well,
wear it.
make a note. We need to
Make
get
a note.
a name tag.
Yeah, I need some name tags. Yeah.
They're magnetic. Mine hangs on my
No,
desk.
she's got one on her desk.
Yeah,
Put that on my shirt.
There you
Fancy.
Time to put her in the
We
rope
come
run.
in.
Yeah,
Come
as
in
a
and,
necklace.
Yeah.
Camissa has my knife necklace.
Ooh.
Camissa has a nameplate already, and we're like, well, that's kind of nice. You come in.
Yeah, you got that. Look at that.
So everybody knows
Gotta
who
own
she
it.
is.
The styling over
So I'll
there.
give you my knife rope, and you can
I'll be good to go.
you can just wear your nameplate.
And I'll keep the knife behind the nameplate
Please.
just in case anyone tries to take the nameplate.
I love
And
that.
my
There you
customer
go.
gave me a knife.
A knife.
Yeah, it's a knife necklace for protection when I'm
I
running in
love
the
that.
woods.
Well, you
I
know
don't ever
what?
run,
No.
but I'm thankful. I'm thankful.
Absolutely. They come in so handy to open up packages. I mean, a pocket knife, you can't. I mean, they are
stab your
fantastic.
Assailant.
Well,
Move on.
National Blueberry Popover Day. Yeah.
I would
Blueberry.
eat that.
Yeah, I would too. Blueberry. Love blueberry. You love blueberries.
Yeah, but I've never heard of a popover.
It's kind of like a
pastry,
turnover,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. Can I jump in here? The blueberry cream
Pie.
cheese at McDonald's.
Yeah.
If you've not had one, run and get one. I'm telling you. I
But
don't
not
know.
until the show's over.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, don't get
I'm like, okay, bye.
I did have somebody leave at one point. I was like, what? Yeah. We don't want you to leave until the show's over. But yes, go to McDonald's, get a blueberry cream filled popover, and
It's good.
Yeah,
Just get one for the whole office.
Okay.
yes,
Great.
you will make friends. Yeah, people love that. National Ranch Day. Autumn, you love ranch?
Like ranch dressing or ranch?
Yep. No, it's ranch dressing. What about you?
Hidden Valley only.
Oh, you're a little
Yeah.
bit of a
No,
ranch.
I'm
a
like
little bit of a
obsessed.
snob over there.
Yes.
You and Henley would get along well.
We do get along well.
Yeah, I think that's what you have in the fridge, isn't it, Rachel?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't like a
Yeah.
lot. I don't like it. Like, I love salad, but I don't have the ranch smothering it.
Yeah,
I could
I
drink
make my
it.
own ranch. Rhonda's ranch dressing. I make it.
I'm Hidden Valley though too.
So good.
I can't ever find it. It's always hidden.
All
That's a bad joke.
Oh, all right. Let's see here. Pack your lunch day.
Ooh, I packed 3 lunches today.
Did you for
Well, actually, I
Oh,
packed
for the kids.
2.
Yeah.
Justin packed his own, but I take credit for it. So
All right. Also, oh, this is good. Popcorn lovers. They love popcorn. Love, love, love. And it's ridiculous how much popcorn I will eat during a movie.
Yes.
I mean, like you just sit there and watch and eat.
Yep.
And then you don't realize
Make
it.
yourself like sick.
Yes. And afterwards, it's like, right?
Yeah.
I love at Christmas time those popcorn tins.
Yeah, those
Are
are
those
good.
Rachel gets yelled at Christmas time too.
Because I
Why?
bring them in.
Oh.
They're like, stop bringing the popcorn tins because we eat them.
Oh, they're so good. No, they are.
We eat them.
You don't have to stop.
And I love it at an event like at I don't know where they have it, but at a stadium where the vendors and they make like the caramel popcorn.
Oh, those are
that's
good.
Really good.
You're, yeah. now
Bill
you're
Nashville has a little shop like that, and it's just a popcorn like little store.
Gourmet popcorn.
Yeah, and they do all the different flavorings right there.
The Cincinnati Reds have this big long bag of caramel corn, and I would seriously sit down and watch a game, and by the end of the game, I'm done. And that bag is at the end, and I'm like, what happened?
Becky's gonna take us all to a Reds game.
We need to go. It's so much fun.
I've never been.
Yeah.
White cheddar popcorn.
I do like white cheddar. We have a popcorn
Yeah.
machine in our kitchen, actually. You know, it sits in a corner. Rachel's been in my house.
I thought you meant at
Would you
work. I was like,
bring
let's
it
go
to
make
the
some
office.
popcorn.
No, like we have a popcorn machine at home, so we make popcorn at home fresh because I don't like the toxins in the bags, the microwavable bags. So we just make it at
I
home.
never knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then every year, now with COVID, it kind of stinks, but
She's
like
ruining popcorn.
every year.
I know. I was like, wah. I don't know if I wanted to know that. I never thought about the toxins in my bag.
Sorry. Well, you know.
I thought about,
Every year we used to take the popcorn machine to the school for like the end of the year, and we'd pop popcorn in the classroom.
need to
for
bring
the
this to the
kids,
office.
and-
Yeah.
I will. I have it.
no, really, because like if I came in and I was sitting there and we were going to talk about if I could get approved
But it's like
and
a movie. Like
eating
have some
popcorn, yeah.
So yeah. But now I can't, so it's been sitting because the school won't let you in.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that changes though. That would be nice this year. Take it back. We
Baby
guard it.
steps. Baby
It's on
steps.
like a little wheel. Has wheels. It's like what you see at the.
I have one in there
Yeah. Why aren't you popping popcorn for us?
because it's so hard to clean.
It's so hard to clean.
No, I mean I know that. No, it's
Cleaning
a
sucks.
process. I mean you have to commit.
Yeah,
I
because
mean, when
that
you do
oil gets on the wall.
Oh,
on the
it's-
glass. Ugh.
It's a lot. I
And then
mean
you have to be careful because you can't use Windex because then the Windex gets in the flavor of the
Thank you.
popcorn.
you have to
Yeah,
use
it is hard.
it's the cleaning part. It is
God, I
because
never
it's
thought about that.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
true.
I mean
But
it's
now I'm,
cute.
like,
It's wonderful.
thinking of
Yeah, I
Windex on
have
popcorn.
one in there. I
And I
just,
cannot.
Just needs a new flavor.
Yeah.
It's the new flavor.
there you go. Mine was a gift, and I've had it for years, and I love it. But it's just like a lot of work, a lot of cleaning work.
That's when you assign it to the children.
Yeah. Okay. Salvation Army Day. Yay. Hats off to them. Now, you know what I thought was cool. Speaking of McDonald's, I'm loving it. And I just heard a lot. They really gave a lot of money to the Salvation Army to help out with everything going on in Ukraine. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then they stopped their sales. I mean, in Russia. I mean, they have. So there's really cool businesses that are doing that. I remember hearing the McDonald's did that. Because they were really sad, I guess, because that was something, I think 9% they got,
Wow.
yeah,
Because they're worldwide.
but from Russia, but to pull out like that was
Yeah.
quite a statement. Yeah, so hats off to McDonald's, yeah. So let's go eat Big Macs.
Love that idea.
I just say, you know what that tells me? Let's go get Big Macs.
Yeah.
So get Big Macs and blueberry cream cheese pies.
Have mercy. Yeah. All right, and a Diet Coke.
I love their Coke is just different.
It's because it's that filter they do, which is all good and healthy and clean.
I
and-
wish I had one
Oh,
of those
yes.
at my house.
yeah, everybody loves that. Yeah.
Coke is so healthy for you.
It's U.S. paper money.
I wonder how much longer that's going to be around.
I know.
what's that?
Yeah. What is
Where's
that?
that?
Yeah.
I did send some with my kid today. It's Book Fair week.
Oh yeah.
So
I hope she gets a poster.
No, she is getting a new book that she has to have, but she has worked for it this week.
I
My
love that.
baseboard's been scrubbed. My walls have been cleaned. She's folded some more. I don't think I've done my own chores all week.
I think I need her to do chores at my house,
Hey,
and I
she
will
would.
pay her.
She would. She does a
Or
really
if Max
good job.
needs money again, just send him over.
He did hay with Dennis one year.
I know I was there.
Oh yeah, you were.
That's where I met him.
Okay.
All right. I love that. Love. So let's get out and enjoy. Those are our holidays. All right. Let's jump in and
Let's talk about our coffee club sponsors. How about that, Becky?
let's do
Yeah,
that.
let's do that. Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. of Black's, Eye Associates, and Fox Curly Wealth Management.
Yay! Thank you to
Thank
our
you,
great
sponsors.
sponsors. All right. Yes. Also, well, I do need to make some few announcements here going on. Of course, we are carrying the Big Ten. We'll have that today on the radio. So let's see, at 11:30, Michigan versus number 9 Indiana. Let's see, and then Iowa versus the winner of game 1, and then Michigan State versus number Maryland. And then I'm going to try tonight to get up there to see Ohio State. I believe going to be playing the winner of game 2.
Broadcasting all these?
Yeah.
Big fan.
Starts at 11:30 today. So that's going to be exciting. And then also the men's Lenten breakfast, or that's not men's. I shouldn't. That's I think it's just called the Lenten season.
It's the Lenten breakfast
now. Yeah, has been changed. It's going to start March the 12th at the Campbellsburg First Baptist Church in Campbellsburg. March the 19th at New Hope United Methodist Church. March the 26th at Agape Ministries on Lee Street in Salem. April 2nd at First Christian Church in Salem, and April the 9th at Southern Hills Church in Salem. The series of breakfasts is sponsored by Outside of the Walls, which Mike, we appreciate Mike for bringing us in and providing assistance, and with a hand up, not a handout. Love that. 812-967-9255 for more information.
So how many breakfasts are there? There's like a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Yeah, I think that's usually normal.
So
like that.
can you go to all 5?
Yes,
like,
you
do
sure
they
can.
actually
It's good, yeah.
monitor
Yeah.
where you go?
No, it's good. It's good to go to all.
This is
No,
your
it's good because
breakfast on.
well, and then here's the thing too. The wonderful thing is different people will be at different ones
Yeah.
because of schedules. So you'll get more fellowship if you know.
It's true.
Absolutely go to all that you can. That's wonderful. Also, want to remind you, we are getting a cold weekend, and I'm sure that Cynthia will be letting us know about the warming station. Which, what a blessing we have that in our community.
We do, and the First Christian Church does a great job on that. And then Legacy Church does meals every Monday.
Love that.
So, and I know they have worked together, and they're really trying to make sure that people stay fed and warm.
Yeah, love that. Very important. Very important.
Good back.
Yeah,
I will actually be in Indianapolis this weekend for state wrestling.
Oh yes. Let's hear the wrestling report.
Well, I will give you the wrestling report because I just throw that in on Genesis time. So last Saturday we had SIWC conference. So that's like the middle school conference. We had most of our kids place someplace.
That's awesome.
So it was really good. Max placed second in his division.
Were you so proud?
I was so proud because he's only a 6th grader.
Mm-hmm.
But Lily Hill placed 5th. Dylan Walters placed 4th. I'm reading this whole thing. I don't know if he posted this or not. Braden Walters placed 2nd. Braden Lee placed 2nd. Jonah Morgan placed 2nd. We had a lot of 2nd places. Wow.
That's wonderful.
So super proud of them.
Yeah.
Waylon Foster placed 3rd. Talon Powers placed 6th. Wyatt Stevens placed 6th. Logan Shipman placed 6th. Isaac Curtis placed 6th. Gavin Hunt placed 1st in his division. So that was good. Max Hall placed 2nd. Austin Reynolds placed 4th. Jeremiah Pennington was there. Fortunately, was not able to place, but he bumped up a weight class this time. So different competition. And then we have quite a few going to state. So I will be cheering on my boys Saturday and Sunday.
That's awesome. I love that. I'm so proud of them.
So hopefully they come home with a medal around their neck.
Definitely.
Be on the podium. I missed the podium Max's first year at state because we were cheering on another kid and we were in another gym. So like he's not on any of the podium pictures. I will not do that again this year. It was a bad mom though. I know, bad mom though. And he doesn't let me that. Like, no. I mean,
no.
That is something I will never live down.
No, he'll hold that one over.
He will.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of mileage on that.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, remember that year that we were watching some kids from Ohio and
I really want this puppy.
Yeah, and I didn't get to get my podium picture.
But I might forget it if you get me this puppy.
Yeah.
Or this pony.
Yeah. So So state wrestling
Yay.
And then that will conclude wrestling season.
All right.
Unless we do folk style. No, this is folk style. Unless we do freestyle and Greco.
Folk style?
Well, folk style is what we're in. So there are 3 different types of wrestling.
Wait, folk style. Is that like folklore?
I'm thinking like dancing or
that's
singing
what I
or
think.
something.
No, I mean like doing it like
folk style. It's the wrestling that's been around for years and years and hundreds of centuries. Abraham Lincoln was a wrestler.
Wow.
Did you not know that?
No.
Abraham Lincoln was
Fun
a wrestler.
fact. Did not know that.
A lot of our presidents were.
Think how strong. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah,
and he was a big man. I mean, like he had he was tall.
Yeah. Greco is like only upper body. You can't use any legs. So like it's all the throws. It's all the, and then freestyle is I think a combination of both. I don't really know. I don't want to really get into that because I'm probably going to be wrong. So
You know, look at us in the room. Do you think we know?
Yeah,
Yeah, we would believe you.
Yeah.
No, Nate Pierce is probably listening.
And Nate is
And
screaming
he's
at the
gonna
radio
be,
right
like,
now. He's
yelling at
probably
me
texting.
like I yell at
yeah,
him.
absolutely. But
You
but
know?
for right in here, we're all just like
Yeah,
whatever
so-
you tell us. You know
So
what I mean?
if Max places, like if he does place first, he will probably want to go be a Triple Crown. So we will probably do freestyle and Greco. You
So
go,
that's
girl.
what you have to do to be a Triple Crown?
Yeah, you have to win all three.
Oh, this is like horse racing.
Yeah, so like
I talk
so like
I
Max's
get it now.
First year at state, he placed 7 in folk style. He was 7th. We missed the podium, and then he was 2nd, I think, in freestyle and 3rd in Greco, or I may have that backwards. So
What's his favorite?
folk style is the longest.
Okay.
So
I love folk style.
yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
I feel like
Anyway.
like when they announce that for the folk style, you know, I want to hear my name with that.
But baseball is next. Also, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Park and Rec baseball signups. Monday is the last day.
Ooh, I'm glad you
Nothing
said that.
after
Yeah.
that. Get in there, sign your kids up.
Yeah.
They are doing drafts that week, so there will be no signups after Monday the 14th.
All
If you
right.
don't sign your kid up, you're out.
Right. I'm going to have a WSLM team, so I'm excited about that. So
I'm excited.
yeah,
Maybe the Celebrity Homes team will go against the WSL.
I love that.
What age are you doing?
I don't know yet. I will find out. I will let you know.
Do you have kids, grandkids?
Yeah,
for
I
you?
sure do.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
Exciting.
it's very exciting for sure.
So,
So very excited. Good things on the horizon for sure. Good positives, and what a difference it was because on the 10th, and we've been just saying this all week, but you wrote back 2 years ago on the 10th of March,
yes.
things were beginning to happen, So what a blessing we're here today.
The world stopped turning.
That's true. All right. Let's see here. Let's talk about some things, and we'll see how. We were talking about like home people buying homes, and
People are still buying homes, Becky.
I know they are
It's true.
absolutely, and how awesome it is. But what if let's talk about some of the people that are putting their home up for sale. Let's talk on that end too. And I know that. Yeah, you can do that. You got there. But whenever homeowners are getting multiple offers, and how do your clients, if I came to you and you approved me, I'm using
What do I
this
do
scenario.
to make sure you have a advantage over your other buyers?
Yeah, what's some things that
Well, that's a very good question, Becky.
okay.
Actually, a lot of times what we will do, depending on who is making the offer, especially if it's in this county, we know a lot of the other realtors, so it's not uncommon for us to be called, hey, I have a pre-approval letter on your borrower. Like, how solid are they? How, is it going to be a hot mess? Is it going to be easy? And a lot of times if I know, hey, you're making an offer on this house, I'll go ahead and call the listing agent. And I'll say, hey, you're going to see a pre-approval letter from them. Like, they're really good. Just throwing that out there for you.
Okay.
Type of loan usually is really something that if you have a borrower who's going to offer a conventional loan with 5 or 10% down, a lot of times that's a little bit more tempting to a seller than a government loan. It's not as picky as an FHA or USDA loan, so sometimes that type helps. And then right now people are still offering above and beyond. So I have had customers who have said, hey, I'm planning on going at least $10,000 over list price, which I think is crazy, but it happens.
And that gets confusing to a lot of people because that's not
Normal?
No, that's not normal,
And in all honesty, I don't advise it. I never advise paying more than what it's worth. But when you've been looking for 6, 7, 8 months and you're just done and you want to get into a house, I don't want to say desperate, but when you're desperate, you're willing to pay what it is.
Okay, but if the homeowner has a price, okay, let's say the homeowner, I'm just gonna say $100,000. Okay. So if the homeowner and I say, okay, I'll pay that, then why would I say I'll pay $110,000?
Because you have 5 other people offering $100,000.
But would the homeowner not just take the first one? But the homeowner saying, no, I can get more than.
Yeah, if
That's
somebody's
what
going to pay you $110,000 versus $100,000.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
Yeah. No, I get it. I
It's
just.
sign me
I-
up.
Yeah,
I get
give me
it.
120.
But when did that start? You see what I'm saying?
That
Because
started-
okay, let's go back
Yeah.
years ago. Okay.
No, it started about a year and a half ago.
Okay. So that's what I think is so
Yes.
confusing to people that have not. I'm personally not in this, but I've heard
Right.
other people say that, and
yeah,
it's confusing.
because it
No.
hasn't always been like that. It has happened because, again, we have a shortage of houses. We do not have enough homes for the people out there looking. And I know our city is doing things to try to change that. There's like a 40-track house going in behind the Y. There's some houses being built on Ridgeview now. Like, they are trying to provide housing and get this out to them. And then we were kind of hit because when prices went up, when COVID hit in 2020, then, you know, you have a house that you thought was going to cost $150 and now it's $225.
Right.
Because supplies went up.
Yeah.
But you are in such a shortage that you have not enough houses for people looking. And so that is why people start saying, well, you know, I'll pay you more so I can have it. I mean, it's a classic supply and demand.
So do they? Okay, so this is okay. I'm sorry. These are questions that people
That's
do want to
fine.
know, though. Okay, so
I was going to introduce you guys today, but we're going to talk about houses.
no. I'm sorry. We're gonna go back to that real quick. I just got to get this asked, okay? Because this is a question that was asked to me, and I don't know. And I don't even play one on TV. I don't know. I don't pretend.
I pretend every day.
Okay, so let's go over this on this. Okay, so when someone is okay, let's say that you have your house for sale and $100,000. Okay.
Okay.
So when that first offer comes in at $100,000, they sit on it and then they wait. How do they play that?
That's more a realtor side. Okay.
Okay,
Because
right.
I don't do a lot with the seller. So
Right.
sometimes, depending on my understanding, this is only my understanding of it because I am not a realtor.
Right.
So you have to call to schedule viewings. Like, you can't just show up at a house.
Right.
You have
Right.
to call. So if, let's say, okay, it's not usually always the first offer, because if that listing agent has had 6 or 7, now you do in your offer give a time. Hey, we need an answer by this time.
Okay.
And so sometimes they will come back and say, hey, you know, we have 5 other showings. We are not going to answer by this time. We need to extend it because we are expecting other offers to come in.
Right.
So your agent, and this is why, again, I always encourage you to have a real estate agent that works for you. You know, a good real estate agent will say, let's say Rachel is, you know, Camissa's real estate agent in this world of pretend that I do. And, you know, Camissa may have an offer. Hey, you know, Jim Bob came and looked at your house, Camissa, here's your offer. But I've been called and there are 6 other viewings in the next 2 days. I wouldn't respond to this offer yet.
Okay.
Let's wait and see if you get any additional ones.
That's for the.
And then Rachel, as her agent, will tell these other agents, hey, by the way, there are like 6 or 7 other viewings. If your client is interested in making an offer, you're probably going to want them to have a very competitive highest and best.
Right. Okay, so then it comes back to you. So then someone who's coming to get a loan from you.
Yeah.
So then they have to say, hey, I need. Okay, it's been appraised at $100,000.
They don't know what it's been appraised at. You don't normally do appraisals until the loan starts. But a good realtor will do a market analysis.
Okay, so let's say the market analysis is $100,000, but I'm going to need to borrow a little more.
No.
So I think that's what's scary right now in today's world, because
Okay.
it's definitely, as everyone says, a buyer's market or a
That's
seller's market right now, because it's scary for a buyer. So even if you do want to get into a house right now, then you have to think of when you're ready to sell that house, if that's in the future, you could be upside down on it. So as tempting as it is to get into one right now, it's something to think about whenever you're throwing values out that are higher than.
Right.
Yeah, and if you come to me and say, hey, I'm offering $110,000, then my answer is going to be, well, then I hope you have $10,000 to put down.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not loaning you more than it appraises for.
Right.
I can't.
Right.
Wouldn't that make sense?
The
Is
appraised
that-
value could come in at 105,000 or
But I'm
100,000.
still lower of the 2. So even if that appraised value comes in at 105, well, your purchase agreement would be 110. So then you would be okay. But yes, you've got to know in the back of your mind, hey, that may come in short. So you've got to have that cash for the difference.
This is really, a lot.
Yes.
This could almost make you like queasy.
It makes me
It
queasy
could.
when I
No,
do
I mean
this.
really.
And then you have
I
the
mean,
other
if you're the like.
you have on the other side, it is listed in an MLS system. So your appraiser does see what it's listed for, and that is in your appraisal report. Listed this date for this amount. And sometimes I've had underwriters that have come back and said, hey, it was only listed at $100,000. Why is the purchase agreement $110,000? And then we have to get something from the realtor that says, hey, it was a multiple offer situation. Like, we have to verify why they are paying more than it was listed for, so that it doesn't look like there are kickbacks on the back end. Now, you bought my house for $110. I only wanted $100, so after closing, I'll give you $10,000 back. Yeah, that's illegal. Now I'm too pre for prison.
Prison sounds scary.
I didn't know people would even do that.
Yeah, that used to be really big in 2007 to 2009, 2006 to 2008, in that time frame when that, all that happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Also, the time seller seconds, illegal.
The what?
Seller seconds. They sell you a house for $100,000, you take out the loan for $80,000, and then you'd have a second mortgage to them for $20,000. Yeah, that's illegal. But it was done a lot.
Who thinks of all this stuff?
Con artists.
Yeah.
People who don't use their powers for good.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many rules and regulations now, because someone somewhere
decided to
So
take
many.
a shit.
Yeah, somebody,
stupid.
well, shame on them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
And there's a lot of laws. Miss is actually right now doing her 20 hours.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll segue in. I'll get out of my
That's okay. I love your questions, and I never texted you and said what I was talking about today.
And so I had this was asked to me, and then I'm like, I will have Autumn Scott Hall on Thursday morning, and
We'll ask.
and yeah, because it's good information to know, and people don't know this. I mean, like,
Well, and why would you? You don't do it every day.
I really don't want to know. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
But, I mean, even the
if I was going to buy,
person,
I would. I mean, if I was doing something, I'd want to know everything.
Yeah.
But like,
please don't know everything. Sometimes.
But I mean, like, I'd want to know all that I could. I'd want to know all that I can.
I think it's super good and informational, especially with like everything going on today.
Yeah.
People worried about rates and all that stuff.
Caveat: rates are raising.
Yeah.
So please don't think I'm going to wait until rates go down. They're not. They're going up.
Yeah.
We are now about a whole percentage point higher than I was back in November. Wow.
Yeah. So I think it is super good timing to talk about this stuff, even because, like she said, if there's people out there that are like, oh, well, I'm going to wait till the housing market comes down a little bit value-wise, the value of the house might go down, but your interest rate's going to go up. So maybe you're going to be sitting in the same situation, if not worse. So,
well, I think it's also, I like people being prepared. I like people knowing.
Yeah.
And if you are thinking about doing this, and then all of a sudden you find out this stuff, like, who knew that they were giving more? I mean, that's where you need to know this information.
Well, and I had somebody who called yesterday. He's been looking for a couple of months and is back to the original house that they wanted to buy October, November. And
now rates have gone up.
Now rates have gone up, and they're upset that their payment's higher than what it would have been. And it's like, well, you didn't buy it then.
Yeah.
And rates, and I tell people this, even if I quote a rate, I let people know rates sometimes change a couple times in the day. This is only good for this time. You call me tomorrow, it may change. Until
I thought they changed once a week. They changed.
Oh no, they change daily and sometimes a couple times a day, depending on the market.
Oh, wow.
It's truly crazy.
Really?
From the background I came to now, that's probably the biggest adjustment.
Yeah.
Is just getting used to the fluctuation of rates.
Yeah.
And knowing how different that is.
Rachel will sometimes be like, hey, MBS Highway's calling. You'll probably want to lock anything you have. And then she'll pick up the phone, and guess what? It's MBS Highway saying, hey, go ahead and lock your rates. Like,
she knows.
She may
she's
have
good.
PTSD when she sees that MBS Highway flash on. She's like, oh, lock your rates.
No, but I do think it's good because it's really informational for everyone to kind of hear the different aspects of it.
Yeah, and I think the more knowledge when you go into something, then like when you're explained, when Autumn, sits you down and explains it to you, you're like, oh yeah, I kind of knew that. I know of it,
Yeah, just because that's such a big decision, a mortgage, it's so intimidating for people. A lot of the times they don't even know what questions to ask or what they don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, so it's like, it's good for these things.
Smalls. You don't know what you don't know.
Your biggest purchase of your
life. So it's super intimidating.
It is,
and you kind of feel vulnerable through the whole process. So little information like this.
And not if you come to celebrity home loans.
Right.
I mean, we'll make sure you don't feel vulnerable.
We tell
Make
people,
sure you know
let us
everything.
work.
No, just naturally,
that.
just because of how
Yeah.
intimidating it is. It can be, you can feel vulnerable.
Yes.
Oh, it's sickening. I mean, no,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's
I go to work every day, sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
no, I mean,
That
is.
is one
That's
good.
why.
Well, that is one thing to know is that you would be in good hands, and obviously everything would be to the benefit of the borrower.
And that's what you want.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you want that. Yeah. You don't want to have to try to figure it out yourself.
No.
Well, and it is a lot. And that's, just like you were even asking like people don't even realize there are different loan types. And I know we've talked about it and we've discussed that. And that, that's what I tell them. Sometimes we have borrowers that will come in and it's like, well, you can go any program you want. Let me sit down and see which one is best for you. That's
Sure.
my job.
Yeah.
That's Camissa's job. We're going to sit down and we're going to see which one is best for you. And then once we get things going, then Rachel gets to swoop in and help make it smooth to the process to get you to the closing table.
Yeah.
And actually, it's funny because the last couple of closings I've been to, they've been like, oh, well, I thought Rachel was going to be here. I'm like, well, I can have her.
Are you
come
not excited to
anytime.
see me?
Aw.
Because that's who they're talking to. Rachel's
Yeah.
coming up and she's helping them get their stuff and putting
She's the
things
hand
in order.
that they
and,
hold. So
Yeah.
and it's nice because I love that we're building this team that I don't have to do everything.
I'm like the hound dog. I go after
Yeah.
all this stuff.
I love that.
No, I love that.
The
No.
hound dog.
We're gonna have a pound puppy on the desk.
No,
I'm googling right now. Pound puppy.
It's like
Your
the
Target brought
signs
those
we were
back. I got
looking at
one.
yesterday.
Oh, I didn't
What
know
is
that.
it?
Hound puppies. They were big in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, actually, you're doing discovery, which is really good. To help people out and help them figure it out. And it is. I mean, somebody needs to be holding somebody's hand when they go in there. Yes. for
Yeah.
Sure. Because it's a lot, and especially when this is something you don't do every day, and you sure don't want to do every day.
Yeah.
So especially in one done, a lot of times people are.
Yeah.
So it is a huge investment. But let's go ahead and Autumn, let's go ahead and let's meet.
Let's meet. So if you have done a loan with us in the last 2 years, actually, I'm really bad with time, but you have probably talked to Rachel. She's been with us, I think, a little over 2 years.
August 2019.
See, she knows this. She knows. So Rachel
You
is
need to help
our.
me out.
That's the month my life changed for the better.
That's
because I got to
right.
work
I
with
love
you.
that.
Aw, look at
She's
that.
a sweet hound dog.
Wow. I'm jealous.
So Rachel is our loan officer assistant. She is, honestly, the first face that you see when you walk in, unless I'm sitting in the window and you see me pressed up against
Sunbathing.
the glass.
Or,
Yes.
or you're pounding on the window.
Or I'm pounding on
Yeah,
the window.
Yeah,
As
that's
people walk
exactly
by.
right.
So Rachel, go ahead and tell a little bit about yourself and,
What would you like to know?
what do you want to share? So, kind of your background, because people may know you. Like, we've had people who've come in and they're like, oh, I know you. So go ahead and talk about just where you came from, a little bit of your background. And
Well, I have been in Washington County my whole life. I've never lived anywhere else. I probably have only lived within 10 miles of where I've grown up. I've always been in this county. I don't travel much. I stay in my little.
she travels with me.
I
love
stay in my
that.
little area of
Yeah.
the world, and I love it here. I love working in Salem. I love being on the square.
Backing out on the square.
mm,
That's the part I'm getting used to.
Some days
That's why
I'm just
I
like,
said you guys
I'm
bank
backing
in the
out,
side parking
and
lot.
you better stop.
Yeah.
I've been married for 12 years now. Actually, in June it'll be 12 years. I got 2 kids. Caitlin is 9. Tanner is 3. He's my little.
He's going to change the world.
I love that.
He's going to change the
He's
world.
my little rambunctious guy. Caitlin goes to Eastern.
Oh, I love Easter.
She just started 4-H this year too. She's going to be in regular 4-H. She's excited.
She should be. Which is good. That's awesome.
My background's been in finance for a little while. This is my first time since starting with Celebrity where I was in mortgages. So I came from a smaller lending company in Salem. It was called Personal Finance. And actually the office is closed now.
Yeah, then it got sold to
Mariner Finance.
Yes.
And I was there as a CSR for about 8 years. So that's where a lot of people know me from. And then after COVID hit, that place is no longer there.
It's now KT Boutique.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love that place.
Yeah.
I
It is
do
a
love
cute
that
little
place.
And I decided I wanted to change and to really better myself and to have new challenges. So I came knocking at Celebrity. Well, it was Land Home at the time.
It was Land Home. We were Land Home
Yeah,
at the time.
And then February 2020 is when we changed to Celebrity.
Yeah.
And I've been here.
So
ever
she
since,
just
and
got
I
used to
love it.
something and after a curveball.
So wait, when did you start?
August 2019.
Okay.
And then
So
Celebrity.
you've been there
and then
about 4 or
February
5
20
months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
February 2020 is when we switched to Celebrity.
So did you get used to everything and then you're like, okay,
Yes.
change
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
all over again?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. So Rachel, as far as your background, do you feel like that helped you? I mean, how has that
A little bit,
what
yeah.
you brought some really good information to the table, I think, by your financial background.
Yeah.
I mean, because it can be, I mean, understanding how it all works, and you kind of had that already, you kind of understood.
There was things that were similar, but there's a lot of things that were completely different than what I expected. And this is just a whole new ball game.
Yeah.
It is different. Mortgages are different than personal loans, and I think that was probably the biggest hurdle because, and I know you had made the comment before that I'm just used to people coming in and we'd approve them, like what, within hours or days? Or,
Yeah.
And it's
Or
like,
mortgages
well,
take,
you're not going to do that in hours and days.
Yeah.
Like, no.
That's the way we roll here.
You know, so there's a little bit of a learning curve, but it helped. It helped that she knew finances and had, you know.
Well, and you probably had like ideas of where to find answers. I mean, if you didn't know, if you had questions, you could, you know, you had resources, which is very important.
But I'm the paper chaser, the hound dog.
I
I
love
guess, at
it.
the office. So when people are originated and their file is starting to go through the system, then I jump in and I'm ordering the title documents. I'm going to put in the order for the appraisal. Then I'm sending emails or making phone calls to the borrowers, letting them know this is where you're at. I look through pay stubs, or if we need more pay stubs, or I need W-2s. I'm looking through bank statements. I'm requesting bank statements.
She's our details.
She just perfects the file.
I
Yeah, I
go
love that.
through.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Will order updated deck pages from your homeowner's insurance. I got to know who your agent is, and I am the middle person there to make sure that they have the loan number and our mortgagee information in order to get us a deck page and invoice for closing. And I do the job verification, so I need to know where you work and their phone number, and need to know who I can talk to.
I mean, she really is responsible for putting all the puzzle pieces together.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I mean,
I
I didn't realize what all. I mean,
yeah, we couldn't do it without her.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't be here on Thursday mornings if I didn't have Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel. She
I
does.
mean,
she behind your back.
Becky's like, thank gosh for Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
no,
all-
she does.
we
Yeah,
all.
no, Rachel.
Actually,
she always talks wonderful, highly of. I mean, like what all you do. Yeah.
Funny stories. I didn't tell you this yet because I hadn't seen you. So Rachel had to request bank statements from one of our local banks. I was through the drive-through, and the teller that she had to request her, he goes, "Well, I got an email from somebody else." I was like, "Yeah, that was Rachel." He's like, "Oh yeah, a simple apology is fine for not being able to email me personally." And I was like, "Listen, I'm sorry, but you're probably gonna hear from Rachel a lot more." Like, I'm trying to give up control. And
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure I said in my email, I work for Autumn.
no, he knew. It was just funny because it was like somebody else emailed. It's
Yeah.
like, yes,
Yeah.
because really, at the end of the day, my goal, and I've said this before, my goal is when you think of Celebrity Home Loans, you think of our team.
Right.
It's not just Autumn Hall. It's not just Dennis Baxter. No, this is our team, and
Sure.
we are all together, and we're all working for the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was just funny because I thought, well, did you send them? Like, did you give it? Yeah, I gave it to her, but wasn't from you. And it's just funny.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, well, yeah, that's
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was teasing them a little bit, but yeah, recently I've had gone to closings, and people are like, "Oh, well, I thought Rachel would be here." It's like, well, I love that you love her.
I cannot give out a lot of info. I cannot give out rate information to people because I'm not licensed. I'm working on that.
Yeah.
So,
But
like, she doesn't discuss payments. She does. I mean, like, she doesn't do any of that. So, like, you will still talk to commissary about your payment, your rate,
Right.
your
Right.
For a while. We're
Mhm.
hoping to have that done.
But
back
it is.
here in the next couple of months.
Oh,
And
awesome. I love that. Keep bettering yourself. Go, Rachel. That's awesome. Well, I think too that it's nice to know too, because if I did come there and and I was proceeding with a loan and Rachel called, or it's nice to know what your job, what you do too. You know what I mean? And know,
Actually, sometimes Rachel knows more than I do as far as where we're at in the process. I mean, honestly, because
I have a big whiteboard behind me, and I have everything written down, and I have checklists. I like lists. I like making lists.
She's so yeah, it's awesome. I envy it.
Yeah.
But that's
sometimes I try and it ends up messier.
Yeah.
I mean, we send out updates every Wednesday, and before I can send out updates, I have to say, okay, Rachel, come tell me where I'm at on everything. She really makes me look good. And I
no, it's complimenting each other. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
I mean, making win for one is win for all.
Yes.
So
and that is exactly. I mean, honestly, that is exactly the atmosphere of the office.
Well, and then getting a loan for a family or an individual or somebody that that wants the to own their own home, right there is wonderful for the community. That's a win for our community.
Yeah.
And taking a home maybe that hasn't had a family in it, that's set empty. I mean, we love seeing those homes filled up with children running around or running. Lights on. Things going on. Yards being mowed. I mean, this is part of our community too. That is an advantage.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Well, I'm glad to hear. I did not know all that. Boy, you do have a lot going on. And answering phones and greeting and
I mean, really,
you must be very organized.
She is the first face that you see when you walk in.
Yeah.
I try to be
pretty
organized.
face.
You are very organized.
It's a beautiful face.
It is. Very. Yeah. All right. Now the new kid on the block.
We have a
That's
new kid on the
me.
block.
New kid, huh?
Yeah, new kid. She's
Kid.
younger than me. So funny. I always make fun of Camissa because we kind of got.
I'm like, which part are you gonna say?
I got
Those
the
dangerous
stink eye Tuesday when we were at the Women in Business meeting. I got the stink eye. But I used to be the youngest in the industry. That was not uncommon. I was the youngest. I am no longer the youngest.
And then I was the youngest.
And
Rachel says, and me.
And it's really it has been a transition for me that I'm not the youngest anymore, and that means I'm getting elder. We'll talk, and Camissa's like, I don't know what you're talking about, and it's like, how old are you? Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind, you don't know what I'm talking about.
That's so funny.
But go ahead, Camissa. She's our new loan officer. She's been with us a
I
little
think
over.
that hurts me just as much as it does you, because I always feel so vulnerable. Because I'm like, what does that mean?
That's
I'm just oblivious to the world.
We'll take you under our wing.
Yeah.
But I remember that. So that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of bittersweet.
From this side too.
Yeah, it's a little bittersweet. So.
Yep. So I am Camissa Halchin.
Well, how long have you been in finance? Because we may or may not have taken Camissa.
Yeah.
You have a good financial background.
Yes. So I started in banking with First Harrison Bank in 2017. I got into compliance and some accounting-based stuff. And then last year I started doing some loans. So I was doing loans with First Harrison, which is obviously very different, and it makes me have a totally different respect for this side of things.
And I want to throw a caveat in that we do love First Harrison.
We do. We still
love
do.
First Harrison. I love the people there. We do actually refer business back and forth. Because First Harrison can do some things we can't. So,
I always love First Harrison.
Yeah. So I'm
if you don't want to, what I'm saying, you don't have to name drop. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. We just want to know your background.
No, but we do really.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll name drop, because that is
I'll name drop.
that. I mean, no hard feelings whatsoever at all.
It was not a bad thing.
No. Left on a good note. Like Autumn said, so much respect for him. A lot of my best friends are there, and I made tremendous amount of ground as far as with customer relationships and lending knowledge and all that stuff. So I'm very, very thankful for my opportunity there.
Yeah.
But it is. So whenever I had this offer at first, I was like, they're kind of one and the same, totally different world in mortgage banking. So I'm really excited for that and eager to get going on that.
She's excited to quit watching videos.
Yeah, and I'm also excited for that. So just like with any new job, it's just a lot of training, orientation stuff at first. But as far as customers go and getting people going with their loans, I'm ready to hit the ground running. So that's exciting. I guess a little bit about my personal background. I'm from Pekin, Indiana. So I graduated from Eastern. I now live in Palmyra, Indiana. So I have a wedding coming up in October. And my little girl turns 2 in May. So
congratulations.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Well, this is going to be a wedding.
Yeah.
Now that I could talk, I love to talk weddings, but we'll stay focused on this.
yeah.
Oh, congratulations. That's
Thank
gonna be
you.
October's going to be beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, I'm hoping so. First weekend or second weekend in October the 8th.
Oh, that's
So,
gonna be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you girls hearing every day about wedding plans. I mean, that's you. I'm sure.
No, I honestly suck at wedding planning. I
Yeah,
really need
We're
to get
gonna have
going.
to help her.
I just gotta know what are your colors.
So
Rachel's
it's like-
already got a book ready. Like, she's just
Honestly,
gonna have
yes.
it
I
ready.
need your organizing. Yeah.
You'll come in Monday and Rachel will have a book. Like, here's some venues and here's some colors.
So I do have my venue.
tried
It's at
Pinterest?
yeah, I'm obsessed with
It's
it.
okay. I mean, listen. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot on
that's
this.
okay.
Yeah.
But it'll be at Moonlit and Palmyra. So I do have that part done. And I think I want tacos.
I love that.
So
I'm already on
I got
board.
that decision done.
Yeah, tacos are.
Yeah.
Like, Rachel, you'll come in Monday and Rachel will have, like, the layout.
Yeah.
She'll already have, like,
She's like, so
here's what
do you
we're
want
gonna do.
beans or rice right here?
Love that. So you found your passion here.
Yes.
In the fact of this is what I kind of want to. This is more of a specialty,
Yeah.
so to speak, than what you had done in the past.
Sure.
What I'm saying
So
is this is more of a focusing on one aspect. I mean, more so than having other. Things going on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So at First Harrison, formerly I was a relationship manager. So I would do loans primarily, but I would also help on like the retail side of things, so like deposit accounts and that sort of thing. So whenever I did lending there, it was such a broad variety of things. I mean, you could do HELOCs, mortgages, a ready line, just personal loans, like Rachel said and stuff. So, but I think there is a little bit. It's a little bit more strict as far as things go because you're working for the financial institution. You have the set rates and stuff. So while you do that here, I really liked the mortgage side of things. Not that I didn't like the autos, boats,
No,
recreational
right.
or whatever. But there is just something special about working with people to get in their homes. Like that's a big thing for them.
It's
So
a life event. I mean, it really is a
Yeah.
major life
and not that a
event.
car isn't, but like you said, I just found that the customers that I was helping with that big move in their life, I was able to, I guess, cling to a little bit more.
Yeah.
So like you said, passion was found there. And then here I can just focus on that,
Mhm.
and that's really big and important to me.
Well, it's kind of like you're going, from a general practitioner, so to speak, to now you're going to a specialist, and
Yeah.
that's where you guys specialize in this.
Yes. Yeah.
It's because we only do
Yeah.
mortgages.
Yes.
Like I said, we do refer out to other places, but we don't do HELOCs. We don't do personal loans.
Yeah.
We don't do.
Yeah.
I guess I need to go buy it though.
But I think that's good, and that's why you guys are successful and so good at what you do because you do focus on that.
Right.
I was thinking of City Slickers. Corky said that one thing, and that's your one thing. Doing home loans and getting people in there and trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
And there's so many different loans out there, and everybody's needs, everybody's different, every individuals, and
Yeah.
Everybody is different. I think right now we have 10 or 11 going in my pipeline right now, and they're not the same. They're all different.
Mhm.
Every single one has something different about it. And that's part of, you have to be flexible. You have to, and that's where it will come in handy as she is used to doing different types of loans. Now she's got to take that flexibility to, now I just have different types of people.
Yeah. Well, and for me personally, I do love just connecting with the borrowers throughout the whole process. So having something more streamlined based where I can just work with them the whole way and kind of nurture them the way that they need in the big decision. That's important to me because I can just, like I said, focus on mortgages and my customers' loans instead of being like, okay, well now I have a boat coming in, even though I have a mortgage customer later or whatever.
Yeah.
So it just kind of straightens and balances out my mind as well.
Well, it works out good though too, because being younger, you bring a fresh idea to the office, but also you have Rachel and you have Autumn that you can bounce off ideas and also ask questions and learn. I mean,
Yes.
you're getting really good mentoring
Yes.
here by hanging out with these two.
Yes.
And we're getting very good energy by
Hanging out. Yeah.
By making fun of me, I think is what she
There we
means.
go.
I would never.
I find it very special because we're all pretty, well, not too similar in age. We're close in age.
We're
And we all already get along very well.
already
Yes.
old. I'm so old.
Look at Autumn. Autumn's over there going.
She's Mother Autumn.
Like, she's afraid lightning's going to strike if she says that. Yeah, you go ahead and keep talking, Rachel. Yeah, that's right.
That's okay. I remember that when I'm sitting there, and I'm like, bring Mother Autumn some coffee.
What about when Dennis comes back?
Well,
Sorry if you're listening, Dennis.
Dennis probably is. He's probably still asleep. Yeah. Actually, he's probably not. He's up early every day. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun when we
Get on it.
like. Dennis is gonna come back and be like, "What did you guys do to the office?" Like,
Sorry.
like Camissa's overtaken his desk.
There you go.
Rachel did make a nice little place for him in the back closet.
Yeah.
So
You can't have
oh
his
my
desk back.
gosh.
My nameplate's on it.
It's official.
So yes, it's nice. I mean, Rachel did set him up very nice. Even gave him a nice view of a picture of the mountains.
Oh my
and
God, I love that.
Like I have a picture.
That's
We do have a basement.
We do have a basement. I
There
mean,
you go.
We may just put him
Dennis
in
can go in
the
the
basement.
basement.
That's hilarious.
God love
Actually, he might be happy. He might welcome that.
Yeah.
That might be where
Honestly,
where
he
is now.
probably would. He
Yeah.
is a nap taker, and we would go down there, and he would probably just be asleep.
Taking a nap. Well,
That's
Maybe
what
we have
happens.
a hammock. Maybe we just need to put some of those false lights down there and like
Yeah.
a hammock and
Honestly, I would go down there.
Actually,
I'll go in the basement. I'll do it. I'll take one for the team.
Yeah.
Move my nameplate.
I always tell Dennis we're just prettier than him. So
That's great,
like
that's
when people
great.
come in, they need to see the pretty. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I love that. Love that. Well, I think it's welcome to the team.
Thank you.
I think it's great, and to bring a new person in, that's wonderful. And a week. So you just started, or
So like we've
Yes.
already got
So
a
I
nice
started on March 1st.
Yeah.
Yep. So
10 days.
oh gosh,
is today the 11th?
Today's
Yay.
the 10th.
Oh,
You did start on the 1st. I count the 1st.
but someone's the weekend.
I don't care.
yeah.
We don't see weekends.
I just feel like you fit so well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's been a very nice, I don't feel like we had any rough bubbles or conflicts transitioning. It was very smooth.
Yep.
Love
Yep.
that. Love that. Well, and then Rachel will keep the date reminding of when you started. Rachel's already probably got that locked in, right? I mean, like so.
Rachel's like, I can't even remember when I started.
Oh, I thought she was really good on dates over there. I thought she
Just
had.
details.
You started in August 2019. Yeah.
I don't
So you,
think I quite remember the exact day I started.
oh, okay.
Probably
Okay.
a Monday.
Yeah.
It was probably.
Well, I mean, you
Mine was a Tuesday.
That's because you started on the 1st.
Yeah.
well, that'd be easy.
Honestly, I loved that long weekend too. That was nice.
So,
She's not gonna lie. Yeah, there you go. Well, congratulations for getting a new person, and congratulations on a new job.
Thank you.
New adventure. This is gonna be
Yes.
exciting.
Yeah,
Big year.
absolutely.
Big
For
year.
sure.
we are excited about what this year holds. I mean,
Yeah.
the market doesn't scare us.
No.
So that's kind of what's nice is we do have enough history that,
Yeah.
the market doesn't scare us. So
Onward, how we go. Well, and I think it's nice to know, with everything going on around us
Yeah.
and stuff. It's nice to know people are buying, people
Yeah.
are doing, and and to keep on,
This is nothing new under the sun.
yeah, and I do say that. I tell them that, guys, we have highs, we have lows. We will not ever see anything we've not seen before.
right.
It's going to be okay.
Exactly.
Coffee Club sponsors.
Yep.
Thank you to Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, LLC, NMLS 227765, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, and Fox Curly Wealth Management.
Yay! Thank you, ladies, for coming in. Nice to
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
And Rachel, I've seen you. Yeah, but it's nice to know what all you do. Wow. Fantastic.
We need to
She's
come
like,
back
this is why I
again.
can't come on Thursday because I'm busy.
Somebody's got to take care of the place, right?
Yes. Hold up the roof.
I love that. All right, everyone have a wonderful Thursday.
See ya.
Bye.